I'm cooking 2 large portions of egg fried rice, so I've used 75 grams of rice per person.
Hi and welcome. We're going to cook today egg and chicken fried rice. Now, I've already got a pan of boiling water and 75 grams of rice, basmati rice, in here, covered with lukewarm water to about an inch over the top of the rice. And then I'm going to salt and pepper it. And I'm just going to leave that to boil and cook. So you're bringing it to the boil and then you're going to let it simmer until it's all cooked through nicely. And you can tell it's all cooked through because A, you've got that sticky consistency, and then you've also hardly got any water left. Okay, and then I've pre-cooked some chicken breast ready to go there, so that can go in towards the end. I've used about 2 small chicken breasts here for this. We've got a cup full of peas, frozen peas would be suitable, and also a cup of chopped spring onions. I've used, say, 3 medium spring onions there. We've also got chicken oxo cube for seasoning, and that'll come in later. 3 medium-sized eggs, the basmati rice, which I've already talked about. Now, if you don't like the spring onion, as in the previous videos, you can use the onion granules, so you'd need about a teaspoon of those to give it the onion flavouring. We've also got the sesame seed oil, that gives it the authentic taste. And then we've got the dark soy sauce, which is giving it the classic colour and also some more seasoning. Okay, so we're just going to wait for this pan to boil and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so the rice is now finished boiling. Forgot to say earlier, this is going to make roughly 2 to 3 portions. Okay, so we need to put the heat on for your main frying pan, which is what we're going to finish off the dish in. And in that, we want to put a really good drizzle of the sesame seed oil. And we're just going to empty the rice, which has got no water in it left. If you've got water left in it, then you need to drain that first if your rice is already cooked and you know your rice is ready. But if you've cooked it right, you shouldn't have any water left in that pan. So you just want to move the rice around the pan so it's all coated in the sesame seed oil. And just throw to one side the rice so you've got like a hole in the middle, and you want to add your spring onion. Really quick and easy to do this recipe because it's just really time saving and you can just kind of do it within about 15 minutes. So this is your peas going in, your frozen peas, cup of frozen peas in. So don't forget, if you don't like the spring onion or onions in there, you can use onion, normal onion, spring onion, red onion. If you don't like the onion going in and you don't like that crunch taste, you can always add the onion granules to give it the flavour. So you're just frying all that off together. And then we can add the chicken in. So this is, I've already cooked the chicken beforehand. It's 2 small chicken breasts going in, and that's diced or stripped. Okay, and then you want to be adding a stock cube, chicken one. Top tip, crunch it down before you opened it up, flatten it, and then you want to just tear the corner off and then it's ready to crumble over the pan. I just add that to the mix of the rice, the chicken and your other ingredients in there. You could add mushrooms in there if you wanted to. If you wanted to turn it veggie or just have an extra ingredient in there. coat the rice and everything else that's in there with the chicken stock cube. It seems a bit dry in there, so I'm just going to add another drizzle of the sesame seed oil. Okay, so I'm just going to change the rings over. You just want it on a medium heat. Okay, so I've got a spare frying pan here. It's a smaller frying pan. And what we want to be doing in here is cooking the eggs off into this. A little bit of oil. I've used the fry light. And then I'm using 3 medium eggs. Straight into the pan. Don't need to do any messing about with them. So they're all going to get mushed up anyway. Okay, 3 medium eggs going in. And then just kind of break up the yolk and the egg white, give it a bit of a stir. Doesn't have to be anything special. That's on a medium heat. Okay, and just continue. So with just turning this rice over with the chicken and everything else that's in there, so it doesn't catch onto the bottom of your frying pan. So what we're trying to achieve here with the smaller pan is like an omelette based egg to add to the rest of the mix. So we're going to let that cook through, and it's going to take about 5 minutes to cook the egg. Meanwhile, we're going to monitor this rice here in the pan and just make sure that it's not catching on the bottom of the pan, and just keep moving it around, okay? Back in 5. Okay, so we're going to add the soy sauce. So I always use the dark soy sauce. And you're just going to, before you put the egg in, the egg's almost finished, but before you put that in, just give it a good drizzle of the soy sauce. Less is more because it can be a bit salty, so just work that soy sauce in and it should start to turn a nice golden colour with the rice and stuff. So the rice is almost cooked through now with the soy sauce. And the eggs cooked more or less well done now and ready to go into the pan. But before we do that, we need to add a little bit more, or some of the soy sauce into the rice. Okay, so we'll get that added right now. Okay, so the soy sauce, a little bit of a drizzle into there, and you just have to keep adding to your taste. It's advisable just to give it a bit of a test. Make sure you're happy with it. Okay. So the eggs cooked. We just want to kind of chop it up into bite-sized pieces. The egg is the last thing to go in after the soy sauce, because we don't want the egg to go kind of a yucky brown colour. You want to see that nice golden colour from the egg. And then just mix the egg into the rice and the rest of the dish, and that's it, pretty much done. One of the only differences with this meal is, yeah, it's quite fast and quick and easy to do, but it is quite tricky because you've got lots of things and different pans going at the same time. But it is worth it because it just tastes like, you know, a takeaway, but without the extra expense of having to eat out or go and get one from a takeaway shop. So that can be served up. But before I go, just make sure that you don't refrigerate this and eat it the following day, because rice doesn't do very well being left over. Thank you very much.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks guys.